I want to do an energy reading on Hurricane Milton that's coming in, barreling towards Florida right now, and I was led to pick up this oracle deck that I haven't used in a long time. And we're going to read what's in the book because I feel like there's a clue in here that's going to help, and then we're going to go into the Whispers deck. So please remember, this is all alleged, my opinion, not facts, for entertainment purposes only. TikTok. We're going to start with three of these. Three of these with their descriptions describing either Hurricane Milton itself or something about the bigger implications and or the level of damage. So 3 cards. We have egg in reverse, which right away makes me think of an egg hatching. I don't know. Face and the woods. An egg hatching and a monstrous face coming out of the woods. 1 second. Egg, Alien, directed by Ridley Scott, 1979. Oh, it's a show. 1 second. Alien, directed by Ridley Scott, is a landmark sci-fi horror film that combines suspense, isolation, and a terrifying extraterrestrial creature. The story follows the crew of the spaceship Nostromo, who are on their way back to Earth when they receive a distress signal from a nearby moon. The crew, composed of 7 members, is obligated to investigate the signal, leading them to an ancient alien ship where they find a mysterious chamber filled with egg-like objects. When one of the eggs hatches, a creature, a face hugger, which is interesting because we got face. We got the egg and we got the face. I lost my place. Attaches itself to Kane, a crew member. Despite quarantine protocols, he is brought back aboard the Nostromo. The creature eventually detaches and Kane appears to recover until a deadly alien bursts out of its chest during a meal, killing him. The alien quickly grows into a lethal predator and begins hunting the crew members one by one within the confined spaces of their ship. It's not always clear that we're only at the beginning of a situation. The stranger the circumstance, the less able we are able to predict the way it can evolve over time, with potentially shocking results. Gut-wrenching decisions may be forced upon us when we have limited means with which to respond. But any new encounter, no matter how awful, can prove to be a crucible that helps us recognize our inner strength. This storm is going to be like one that Florida has never seen before, in my opinion. Next card. Face. Eyes without a face. Eyes. 2 eyes. Is it possible that a storm can break apart in 2? And have 2 essential storm centers? At what costs are we concerned with the judgment and attention of others? Are we saving face for ourselves or those close to us? Mirrors can be blackened, reflections averted, but who we truly are, and only by seeing ourselves truly can we be set free. It's giving the energy of some kind of split in the storm. I don't know if that means 2 eyes of the storm or 2 different regions of Florida that are forever changed by this. Reflections averted. This seems to be something that's meant to be a distraction that will last long enough to distract us from whatever they don't want us looking at in terms of November. The Blair Witch Project is the one for the card The Woods. It's like a totally filtered reality. Reliance on technology can make it easy for us to overestimate our abilities and may embolden us to cavalierly venture into situations we probably should avoid or have even been warned about. If such devices fail us or we kick them away in frustration, we can find ourselves in unfamiliar, unforgiving terrain. In this case, do we focus on the forest or the trees to find our way? I would say it feels almost as if there's going to be a part of Florida that's cut off. Maybe not literally, but cut off from communication. I know that that is common, but this feels like prolonged. Almost like there's a part that, like, almost in essence, the reference I'm getting is like Lahaina and Hawaii. Let me pull some of the other deck. Not for nothing, but the card on the bottom was escape. So if you can get out, do it. Now, in the last, I don't know if it's like the last hour, maybe 2 hours max, there's been an upgrade of this hurricane to a Category 3. What can we know about the intensifying of this, especially as it gets closer to land? Collapse. Water. Child in reverse. No wrong way. Female in reverse. This is like another confirmation of get everyone out. Women and children especially, get everyone out. Water and collapse. I feel like the storm surge of this storm is going to set some kind of unprecedented record or do something differently, like than how it should perform. Like, we're expecting this as the worst case scenario. We weren't even considering this. Something with storm surge. Fraud, cybercrime in reverse, and a real event on the bottom of the deck. False flag in reverse. Fraud, cybercrime being exposed. False flag event being exposed. Is it fair to say that this is one of the final steps in some kind of land grab? Embezzlement in reverse. Family bloodline in reverse. Almost like this energy of we're not hiding it anymore. Or this energy of after it happens, it's going to be obvious based off of what places get the most direct hit and the bigger implications of that. Vacation there. Vacation beach. There's something water related here that's going to be different than what has happened before. In like an unexpected way. Blackmail paid off in reverse. Secret weapon. Government in reverse. Pattern repetition. They've laid the foundation so that when X, Y, or Z happens this time, it doesn't seem too far-fetched because of the foundation that has been laid by the other storms or the other response or the storm surge in the other storms. I almost feel like there's something that happens that people are going to be talking about for a very long time because it's just not going to make sense. I don't know if it's something that the storm itself does. I'm at 9. Crap. Hold on. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Wands. It's like it splits. It's either that the storm splits or that two areas that shouldn't, like, if it's hitting here, why is it hitting here in that same way? Because it should have slowed down. There's something about double or splitting that's going to be very significant, especially when it comes to the storm surge. I'll do a part 2. If Hurricane Katrina could explain to us through cards what is about to unfold with Hurricane Milton, what 6 cards would we get? So Hurricane Katrina would say blank about Hurricane Milton. Meeting in reverse. Government in reverse. Hidden missing key. The response and recovery is going to be worse than Katrina. It almost feels like there's certain areas that can't be helped. Please remember, all of this is alleged, my opinion, not facts. Fire in reverse, so water. Female in reverse. What is a water phenomena that happened during Katrina? 1 second. Combination of storm surge, heavy rainfall, and levee failures created a dire situation leading to substantial loss of life and property, making it one of the worst natural disasters in U.S. history. Page of Pentacles with Ace of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Something fails to manifest, and there's fear because of it. Some kind of water system failure. Maybe not water system, some kind of water, almost like a dam breaking, but like in the middle. And I don't think it's like a literal dam. The Magician in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse. The wind plus water has an effect during Milton that Katrina did not have. Or it's an increase in that type of effect. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It kind of feels like if you take a bunch of water and throw it, and just start throwing it all around instead of like a wave, it's like being thrown. But I don't know what exactly would cause that. Ace of Swords in reverse, 6 of Pentacles. It's what they've been preparing for with the manipulation. Oh. The point of any potential weather manipulation, allegedly my opinion, no facts, has to do with the intention to combine something wind or hurricane or wind or tornado related with water. It's like we want to test to see what happens when these two factors combine: water, storm surge, air disbursement. 8 of Swords in reverse, a release of 10 of Cups, King of Swords, the Sun, Queen of Pentacles, Death, the Star. What we've been preparing the public to accept. Camps. Seven of Swords, betrayal. I feel like this storm is testing out what happens when they mix that element of either air, tornado, storm surge, plus the water. It's like two things combining, two things going head to head. Some testing of that out. Please remember, this is all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Entertainment purposes only. We're going to look at what updates can we get about the hurricane since my videos yesterday. I know that like a lot is being said about if it's going to hit more north, and a lot about the storm surge as well. We have 2 of Coins in reverse, 9 of Cups. Look at that. That kind of almost even looks like Florida. And we have a fish on either side. I know people are saying that it's hitting in a different direction than normal. And there's a lot of talk about if both coasts are going to kind of get something. These cups make me think of those power stations that everyone's referring to. And the Two of Coins being reversed, the tree getting ripped out. I feel like all this is alleged, my opinion. I do feel like there is a phenomena going to happen that we're not used to seeing. It does feel, again, yesterday in my readings, I kept getting something about two eyes of the storm. And if you can see, there's an eye and an eye there. What I get from this, especially with Two of Coins reversed, that's throwing things off balance. It does feel like as this hurricane hits, something else that interacts with it is going to cause either it to stall and stop somewhere or to spread somewhere that it wouldn't have without the interference of the second thing. Three of Swords is reversed. So these are clouds, but it's in reverse. And see how it looks like a heart because it's in reverse, but upright, it looks like almost like an explosion. So the opposite of clouds would be water. Oh, the trash truck just went by. It feels like all of that debris and like the furniture and stuff that's outside because of the last hurricane in Florida is going to cause more problems than we're used to having, almost like in an unprecedented way. I have 9 of Wands here. See this snail? It almost feels like there's... I keep getting the energy of collection and then release. Collection and then release. So I don't know if all the stuff that's lying around builds some kind of barrier that then when released causes an issue. But I am getting like more widespread damage than we're used to. And I know that all of this is already being talked about, but there's something that like specifically, almost like that we're not expecting still. Queen of Swords, it has something to do with water because Queen of Swords is logic, right? And then she's holding the umbrella. So it's like, even with all the best preparations, this factor of the storm is going to be very hard to combat. Let's use the other deck, 1 second. Describe the first day of this storm hitting inland. Church in reverse. Greed in reverse. A hidden mindset of greed being exposed. It's almost like people realize that something was set up for them to fail. Oh no, something structural set up to fail. Something, warning alarm in reverse. That makes me think tornado or avalanche. I don't know if Florida's high enough to have some kind of avalanche. What would be like the equivalent to that kind of avalanche? Collapse in reverse. Healing, recovery, alignment. The power stations. What other issues could be caused by the power stations in the path of the storm to be hit? Almost like an electrical current going out or something like that that ends up causing other issues. Political in reverse. I feel like the places in Florida that are expected to be hit the hardest, something throws the path of the hurricane off. It like redirects in a weird way or in a way that's unexpected. Propaganda, fake news in reverse. secret trip evidence. Almost like where it does hit is a little too convenient for a specific agenda. School in reverse, new life, outer space, spouse, partner. It's kind of giving the monster comes out of the sea. An avalanche by water, a water avalanche. I know that's not a real thing. A water avalanche. And some kind of system, after the storm hits, some kind of system or some kind of, why am I thinking like water management? Something looking like it was set up to fail. Ace of Coins, Queen of Cups, water and structure. Water and structure. Dam is would or how would a power station being hit affect a dam or affect something like a dam that's in charge of either holding back or filtering water? Nine of Coins. This is interesting because coins, pentacles, that's earth, but on this card it shows the water. Only a little bit of land and more water. And then the sun would be the power. And this waterfall would be this water avalanche. Please remember, all of this is alleged, my opinion, not facts. Let me get 2 more cards here. What can we expect day 2? So the day after it hits. 6 of Swords in reverse and 8 of Wands in reverse. Delay, stuck. This makes me think of like the Kool-Aid Man breaking through the walls. And this makes me think of the power stations I was just talking about. Is it possible that this hurricane is almost like it's coming this way, and whatever comes this way, you know how when you put magnets close together, they push apart before coming together? That's the energy that I'm getting with this. I'm set to go this way, but something stalls me or pushes me back or combines or stops in some way. Let me get one more card. Almost like a password of sorts to this. King of Coins. I said a water avalanche. So King of Coins would be the ground, the earth. And these mountains here would be the avalanche. Something crumbles, something collapses, but it's like the water engulfs it. I mentioned yesterday something similar to a tsunami, but not a tsunami, but like I guess I could be seeing the storm surge here. This card doesn't even have any title on it. It's like something we've never witnessed before. A water avalanche, like something we've never witnessed before. I have faith in reverse. It's like a testing of our faith. I think that's all I'm going to. I want to do a little update on Hurricane Milton as it approaches. I've been doing readings on this the last couple days. First things first, ignore my face. I just got an IPL treatment, which gets rid of sun damage, but it makes it look like this before it goes away. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, I'm going to pull 3 cards from this deck. It's the Dark Light Oracle. And I don't know where this is going to go or what it's going to tell us, but this is what I was getting as a download as I was driving home, was to pull 3 cards from the deck that I'd be led to, and this was the deck that I was led to. It does have like a purple circle on the bottom, which kind of makes me think of a hurricane. rest. Come and hear my lullaby. This is interesting because in the other readings that I did, I noted it either getting stuck somewhere or something taking longer, and it is taking longer to make landfall. That makes me feel like once it does hit land, it's almost like it gets stuck somewhere. Full moon. Dark lighted magic in the air. Full moon. One second. The full moon, the next full moon is on October 17th. What can we know about October 17th? 5 of Swords. Florida's going to get hit back to back again. They're not going to have time in between to recover or get their stuff. 6 of Cups in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse. There's no rest and there's no break. October 17th. Full moon is 30, rest is 24. There's 6 in between. They've already gotten, what, 1 this season? This would be 2, 4 more. 4 more significant hurricanes to hit Florida before the end of October. What's the third card here? This one feels like it's going to be very significant in terms of MILTON. Spring in reverse, everything that blossoms. I said this is going to be very significant in terms of MILTON. The opposite of blossoming would be death. For some reason, these flowers and stuff make me think inland. Like almost like we're expecting a bulk of this to be on the coast, but something inland. I don't know what to say other than it feels like it either gets stuck, collides with something else, is pushed back by something else. In my other reading, I got a reference to like a spinning top, but I said it's almost like if this top has a string on it, and when it's time, the string is pulled and it re-strengthens or speeds up or spreads out or changes direction. Knight of Cups. 8 of Cups in reverse. An offer, not walking away. I'm offering myself, I'm not leaving. What would cause a hurricane to almost like get stuck or loop back around or make some weird turn that it shouldn't be making that till this point is still unexpected? There's something like, there's something we're going to look at it and we're not going to be able to make sense of it. We're going to say, how did that happen? And in my other readings, I was getting something about 2 eyes, and then I got in a subsequent reading 2 coasts because I had 2 fish along the side of this thing that looked like Florida. I'll make a playlist so they can all be together if you want to see the readings. And I know that things have happened where the eye wall crashed and then reformed, but what I'm seeing is not that. What I'm seeing is something that hasn't happened yet. The eye wall replacement was not what my reading was referring to. I have the King of Swords. The flight logs that are being looked into, that like there's flights doing weird things in the area. That feels to be significant in terms of whatever this is, the phenomena that's going to be happening. Judgment in reverse. It's like a ledger with everybody's name on it, but it was in reverse. I feel like part of Florida is getting cut off, and it feels like there's going to be 4 significant hurricanes to hit Florida back to back to back before the end of October. And it feels to be at least in one instance, that there's multiple happening at once, which I know is being talked about already because of what is potentially building up. But it's like the timing of them makes them stuck in weird places or do weird things after they hit inland that we're not used to seeing. Use this deck, see what we get. Two of Hearts, an intimate connection. Pregnancy. Can one storm, if two storms collide, what could that birth? What could that potentially birth? Male and female reproductive organs is on this card too. And a child. And entertainment, dancing. Two storms dance together and it causes blank. Queen of Hearts, psychic. Mother and son. The truth of an emotional matter. Emotional would be water. So two storms collide and cause a water phenomena that we have not yet seen before. My other reading, I kept saying, what was I calling it? A water avalanche? And a lot of people were saying, is that the water spouts or is that a sinkhole? I feel like it could be either of those, but it's like in a way we haven't seen yet. Deep is on this card too. Let me get one more. One more about two factors coming together that produce some kind of storm baby. Give me a card about the storm baby. Seven of Hearts in river, a troubled heart, unsettled emotions. So water, again, emotions, water, unsettled water. Addicted to vice. That makes me think like a winding up of something. A second chance. What has been before will be again, but it was in reverse. So this has never happened before. Cycles of life. So a cyclone? Could two storms merging cause a cyclone? Things that come in twos. Oh. I dropped it. Things that come in twos, and then I dropped it. What is a cyclone? Hold on. Large rotating storm that forms around a low pressure center in the atmosphere, characterized as inward spiraling winds that rotate counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. They bring heavy rain and violent storms. Powered by the heat from the ocean and driven by the rotation of the earth, which deflects the wind's path through the Coriolis force. They are also known as hurricanes or typhoons, depending on the region. The word cyclone comes from the Greek word cyclos, which means the coils of a snake. What would be a cyclone that's different than what we've seen before, because it comes from two different factors of a storm or two different storms colliding. Please remember, all of this is alleged, my opinion, not facts, and for entertainment purposes only. I will check back in later.